Top 10 TOEFL speaking tips. Let me start with the first step of TOEFL speaking tips. Tip number 1. Stop watching videos on YouTube. Start practicing. Actually, I'd like to say that 10% of you just practice TOEFL speaking. 90% of you are watching too many videos on YouTube. And this is not right. You should not focus on just watching too many videos on YouTube. Just practice speaking. These steps will not be very important for you, but maybe a crucial steps that lead you to prepare yourself well and improve your level of speaking in TOEFL test. At the end of this video, you will be able to do the following. Number 1. You will be able to access to your strengths and weaknesses of speaking. Number 2. You will be able to speak English more natural. You will be able to study in the way that keeps you motivated and focused. You will be able to answer the questions of TOEFL test more confidently. You will be able to find your achieve system that help you or support you to achieve your goal. Tip number 2, record your voice. And I think this strategy or this step may be so difficult for some of you, but actually it's a very important step to help you improve your standard or level of speaking. When you record your voice, gradually will recorrect your mistakes during your speaking. It will give you a very crucial opportunity to develop and improve your style to be natural of speaking. Who knows, sometimes when you record your voice, it may appear so higher than you expected. So you have to lower your tone while you are speaking in TOEFL test. Tip number 3, use a grading rubric to measure your response while you are speaking. It's very important to put some steps to follow while you are testing yourself after you record yourself and try to practice speaking in the TOEFL test. It gives you the opportunity to determine which the weak points and also the strength points. Don't start using your speaking techniques while you are speaking and practicing for the TOEFL test without using a table that noted with the steps that you have achieved. You have to improve your style of speaking while you are noting them in some dotted notes to know whatever you have started with and ended with and where are you standing in your level of speaking. So you have to use a table and a note to record and taking notes about your development. Did I speak for a lot of time, 60 minutes, 2 minutes? Did I make a very common mistakes while speaking? Did I make a very important steps developed in my speaking test? Did I have a time management while speaking? Use the clock. Tip number 4, use a study buddy. On my point of view, I think that actually this is a very important point or tip that you have to use while you are practicing for the TOEFL speaking test. You have to choose some person who is honestly, clearly loves you and you trust him very well, so he can help you or she can help you while you are speaking. So you have to choose one of your best friends to support you and also make a correction for your speaking. I think it's very crucial for being with a friend to correct your mistakes while you are speaking in the TOEFL test. And you can find these buddies that can help you during your speaking in the TOEFL test speaking section from the Facebook or Twitter or any of the social media. Try to trust him and try to practice with him using your language, and can he correct your mistakes also while you are speaking. I think it's very beneficial. Tip number 5, move your hands while you are speaking. I think it's very important and crucial tip that helps you to find the way from where you start and from where you end your speech, and also it gives you the opportunity to be natural and frankly speaking without any difficulties. To be natural using your hands, like me now. I'm using my hands to express about my feeling, about my ideas, about my point of view, something like this, okay? When you feel stiff and very afraid of speaking, just start using your hands and take the starting point and frankly be very smooth while you are speaking. The flow of the ideas will come easily to your mind, and now you will start speaking very clearly and easily. In addition, it's very important to use your body language and your gestures and mimes to express about what you are explaining to the others. So the body language is very important and crucial while you are speaking, so use your body language. Do not hesitate while you are speaking. Tip number 6. Use the right place and the right time to practice speaking. I think this is a big problem that faces all of you. Most of you can use different times and different places to practice speaking in TOEFL test. Use the right place. So the right place, like a place of your office, at your home, maybe a place is quiet place which can let you focus on the topic you are speaking about. And also you can use the right time, because in the morning your mind is very fresh and very clear, and you can also use your language while you are starting your day. So I recommend you actually that you use your language in the first of the day, in the morning maybe, and maybe in the afternoon. I don't recommend you to use your language at the night. I think that you are very tired and exhausted, so you cannot be focused on the topic you are dealing with. So choosing the right place and the right time to speak is very crucial for practicing the TOEFL speaking test. Tip number 7. It's very important to start the same way every time you start your speech. So when you start your speech, you would like to say, well, I think from my point of view, something like this. Gradually and repeat it every time you start speaking, because you have to memorize a sentence or a phrase that you can start with every time. It's very important to help you start your speech. You have to use the same introduction every time. To be familiar with this introduction, be clear and be frank and memorize one of the best important and crucial sentences that you can start with your speech. Tip number 8. Use a timer. It's very crucial for the students who are going to take the test of speaking TOEFL test to use a clock. I think that using a clock, and every time you are watching to the clock, and I didn't finish until now, it's very embarrassing situation. And I'd like to be familiar with using the clock to manage your time while you are speaking in the TOEFL test. I actually know that the clock is very nervous for all of us. So try to be familiar with using the clock while you are testing yourself and practicing your TOEFL speaking test. Tip number 9. Use the available and provided technology for you to use and test your standard and level of speaking on the TOEFL test. You can use how to transcribe your voice. Also, in using these apps on the internet, you can search for them, using them and transcribe your audio, okay? After you transcribe, sometimes it can be translated to English. If there is a mistake in one sentence, you can read it again, no problem, whatever it was, to develop your level of using the speaking test. Tip is very crucial because it can help you to find feedback for your speaking and to give you some mistakes and strengthen points in your speaking TOEFL test. Tip number 10. Get a professional support of teachers and professional teachers that support you. I think that a long career, teaching a lot of students from the Arab countries and also from the European countries, I noticed that too many of the students would like to have a professional teacher to help them, and we are ready to do this mission for you. Just call me on WhatsApp on the number on the screen now. I think the last tip is very important, and I think that it's very crucial. However, you work alone, it's not very bad, but you would like sometimes to have a very experienced person to help you or support you or check what you are achieving. So try to find a very professional teacher to help you during your speaking TOEFL test. Best wishes for all. Do not hesitate to send me a message on WhatsApp, and see you. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. See you. Goodbye.